Hi, I'm Chris. I think I know what you're thinking. Maybe a little bit about how you're feeling. You're seeing the colors change, and you're wondering, oh, I've missed my opportunity to capture all of that beautifully golden lit, warm and breezy summer sunshine. Well, I'm here to tell you, you have another opportunity. All this stored sunlight, it's going to be nice. Conditions have been good, leading up to peak color this year, at least in southeastern Ontario, and from what I've read, across much of North America. The conditions for the most glorious show have all been met. Now we just have to wait. One of the keys to obtaining beautifully saturated fall color photographs is not to touch the saturation slider on your software. Please don't post any more of those images. And I mean that in the best possible way. To capture really great photographs of this time of year, you need to consider composition. Features. You need to include some features, not just trees. This is the key component that most people overlook. Although it's true, I don't think I'll ever see a poem as lovely as a tree. It's a bit boring. So why don't you join me on my pre-execution, my pre-exposure road trip, where I visit the sites that I've picked out to obtain great photographs this autumn. It's not a great day, I know. It's misty, foggy, but it'll give you an idea of what I'm trying to compose and the techniques that I'm employing. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The two most important components of autumn photography in 2025. First, composition. Second, a polarizer. Many photographers add a third component to that basic recipe: saturation.
This is a mistake.
Your polarizer is what you use for saturation. Don't make the mistake of turning your polarizer all the way though. Watch your histogram. Bring it all the way to the right, then bring it all the way to the left. See how it moves. Now the point where it starts shifting off of the dark, moving back towards the light, that's where you leave it. 3/4-ish. This allows you to catch the full luminosity of these miraculous autumn colors. As an added bonus, the very faint light given off by senescing leaves. It's a kiss. Other tips to consider. Conditions for ideal full saturation fall color are about a month leading up to the blessed event. You want a slight drought. Cool evening temperatures, but not freezing. And of course, bright, bright sun. All three conditions we've had in southeastern Ontario, and let me tell you, we're in for a blessed event this year. I can feel it in my bones. And the evidence is here. That lovely specimen of maple is both orange and red. The carotenoids and the anthocyanins are being displayed simultaneously, which is miraculous and one of the few things that only maples can do. That's right, you heard it here first. And after I leave here, I'll be seeking out a few other of my preferred autumn spots. Reconnoitering, getting ready for peak color. I'm anticipating this to be in about a week and a half or 2 weeks. Well, here's another location. Hopefully you can see the promising composition. Virginia creeper draping this old abandoned house. Apple tree, maple, and beaked hazel. They'll all turn different colors. Shortly, another couple cold nights, and we'll be in. You can no doubt tell it's a different day. Yesterday, my exploration to show you some of the features that I'm highlighting for this year's Autumn Color Tour. I showed up at site number 4 on the river, not far from here. There was a rescue in progress. Some poor soul fell out of their boat without a life jacket, hit their head on the sunken highway. I've showed you the sunken highway before. They never came back to the surface. That kind of put a kibosh on the whole day. I didn't really feel right, you know what I mean? We had more drownings this year than we've had in quite some time. Very sad, man, very sad. So putting that aside, today I'm at another site. It's actually a historic site. But anyways, so I've showed you. What you really want to aim for is some structure. Use some architecture, use some landscape, and if you're stuck and you can't really find those things where you live, if you're just going to focus on trees, do something at least a little bit unique, like this. Anyways, sun is going. I may make it to my next site, I may not. Let's just see. Well, that's a wrap for this week, my friends. Thanks to all my subscribers and everyone who tuned in. Much appreciated. The road to autumn bliss. Just remember, keep your hands off that saturation slider. That's a global adjustment. It does you no favors and it ruins your photographs. Consider contrast, depth mapping, luminosity, and a little color slicing with selective color. And of course, step number 1. Until next time.